Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be working on the promise I gave in my last video that I will be dropping a video on WES evaluation. So WES is a method of educational credential assessment, and we have several other bodies such as ECE with which you can do your credential evaluation, but I choose WES for this video because WES has a super fast customer support service, and at the same time WES is very fast in processing your credentials for evaluation. And I also want to let you know WES has doing your evaluation has a lot of advantage. A lot of advantages are involved in your certificate or credentials evaluation, and we have several purposes with which you can choose to do your WES evaluation. One of such purpose is for education, particularly for graduate school. You can also do it for immigration purpose, for employment, and a whole lot of other reasons. And I need to let you know, but the purpose of this video will be talking about WES evaluation for education, that is graduate school education. You need to know that doing WES evaluation for graduate school is not compulsory, because there are some schools they don't require WES evaluation, and some other schools have their way of they have method of evaluating your transcripts themselves, so it is not compulsory. However, there are a lot of advantage doing WES evaluation. Particularly in WES evaluation is to convert your CGPA to a scale of 4. Most schools in Nigeria or other African countries have their CGPA or grading system on a scale of 5.0, 7.0, while most schools in the US are on a scale of 4.0. So WES evaluation would bring your CGPA or your transcript back to a scale of 4.0, which is well understood by most schools in the US. Like I said, there are some other schools, they have their way of doing the conversion in-house. They have their way of evaluation, but some other schools doesn't. So doing a WES evaluation, among other reasons, can allow or let most of the schools in the US to fully understood and interpret your transcript, because your transcript becomes on a scale of 4.0, which is cool if you are from my part of the world, say Nigeria. WES evaluation has a way of helping your credentials. If you have low CGPA, for example, WES has a way of boosting your CGPA, particularly for graduate school application. Why? Because in most of our schools, we use this our grading point system allows for our transcript to have some of the courses that you have actually passed. Probably you did a course, you failed. Some schools still include all those courses in your transcript, and during WES evaluation, they will clean all those off. And those ones that you have actually failed, that you have redone, and that you've had a better result, will still be used to divide the CGPA, and they'll be there. So during WES evaluation, they will remove all those. And one other method or ways by which your CGPA tends to look better after WES evaluation is that our grading system or the mark sheets are quite different. In some of our schools in Nigeria or other African countries, you can be said to have passed a course with 40, with 45, with 50. And in the US, most time before you have a pass in the course, you must have maybe something like a 55, 60, maybe a B. So, and if our own mark sheet had said that, okay, you have a 40 or 45 in a course and you passed, So if they are doing the WES evaluation, they will convert that very pass, which is 40 from your transcripts that you have gotten from your country, say Nigeria, to the equivalent of that pass in the US. So WES, you just go, okay, you have passed this course with a 40, right? Or 45. Now, what is the equivalent of the pass in their own mark sheet in the US? If it is 60 or 65, so they would use that very grade for your during your evaluation, because WES evaluation for academic or educational purpose is course by course evaluation. That is what we mean by course by course. They will look at each of the courses you offered one after the other. All the courses from year one to the year four or year five during your school days, they will evaluate it one after the other. Imagine that you are such a student that has a weak student that probably have always been scoring 40, 45, 40, 45, 40, 45. And here, probably they will say you have a third class. You graduated with a third class. And in the equivalence in the US, probably they now use your transcripts. Sorry, your transcript has stipulated that you have passed, and over there, their own pass is 60. Imagine by the time they will use the 60 for you across board for each of the courses, you come back with 3.0. Probably you were on maybe 2.0 over 4 over 5 or 2.5 over 5. You just be on 3.0 or 3 points, you know. So your GP is increased. In fact, it's more interesting if it is in the case of postgraduates. In the US, postgraduate is either A or B or pass or fail. So, and your pass might just be something like 60 or at times 65. And in Nigeria here, probably your pass is 50, 50, 50, 50. And at the end of the day, your transcripts here, you have an MPhil grade. That means you cannot proceed to PhD directly. You have to do MPhil, maybe run some courses before you can do your PhD fully. By the time you do your WES evaluation, and somewhat over there, the pass mark for their master's degree is 65. You can imagine what your new transcript will look like. So these are some of the advantages that you would enjoy with WES evaluation. But don't forget, most schools still did not require it, so it's not compulsory. But if you think some of these advantages are awesome by you, it can be a good reason for you to do your WES evaluation. At the same time, in case you want to do multiple applications or you want to send transcript to different places, so by the time you do your WES evaluation, you can ask WES to store a copy of your transcripts so that you can continue to request that WES send your transcripts to different places on your behalf. So while completing or filling your WES evaluation, you have to select the option of ICAP, that is International Credential Advantage Package. It's a package that allows WES to store electronically a copy of your evaluation results with them. So anytime you need or you require to send transcript to another school, you can just go to WES, pay I think somewhat like around maybe $10 or thereabouts. I'm not that very sure. Just send the address of that school or the recipient, then WES would forward your transcript to them. Compare to you starting the evaluation process again and sending to other schools. No, this is another very, very good advantage. You call it ICAP. The options are available during when you are completing the form online. But take notes, this comes with a additional fee. I think is some dollars higher than the normal evaluation fee. So, but I think it's worth it if you choose this very option. And before you start your WES evaluation, there are things you need to do. You have to prepare. We have preparation stage, and we also have the application proper stage. So your preparation stage, there are some things you need to have handy with you. Compulsorily, you must have your passports with you, and at the same time, you must have the mark sheets and the certificate with which you want to evaluate. And the start and the end, or the end date, the start date and the completion date of your degrees should be ready with all those things will be required during the process of filling the application. Don't also forget, you also need to have with you the card with which you would pay for the evaluation service. Because West would require you to make some payments, a little above $200 is the fee. So the card with which you would make that payment should be handy and available. So if you have those things as a preparation, then the next thing is for you to go to West's website. I will drop the link to the website in the description box, www.ws.org. So don't forget, haven't gotten to the home page. We have West US and West Canada. So you have to choose between. Are you doing West for US purpose, or for migration, or for school in the US, or to Canada? So you have to specify. Please don't make this mistake. I've seen people making this costly mistake. They want to go to graduate school in the US. Unfortunately, during the process of doing West evaluation, filling the form, they choose West Canada. Sorry, it's not swappable. So you have to be very careful and choose the right option. So we are talking about West evaluation for graduate school purposes, particularly in the US. So as I said earlier, you can do West evaluation for several purposes: job, immigration, and so on. In fact, you can even do credentials evaluation, not course by course evaluation. But this video focused on West evaluation for education, that is course by course evaluation. So I would explain later the process of doing the application. But before I dive straight into that, let me summarize for you the process you would need for the West evaluation. So I haven't opened the website, which I will describe in the description box below. You have to go to the West website to create a profile. You create your profile. After creating your profile, you will get a reference number which you would use to apply for the transcripts. Write that reference number somewhere. Then you will need to fill in your details very well. Then download a form. You will download academic record completion form. That academic record completion form is just like a form that is you are using to request West to send from West to request West to ask your school to send your transcripts to them. So this form will be sent to your school, and your school will reply West by sending your transcripts to them. And before you know what is happening, West reply back and they send your transcript to them. Now, this is in a case. Don't panic. West has gone fully digital, particularly after COVID-19. It has become extremely fantastic. Everything could be done digitally within a week. Unlike in the case where you have to be sending documents through courier and it takes weeks, you need to start running after your school to reply West for if they are the one that sent the transcript, because West will confirm did these students or these candidates requested for West evaluation, and your school needs to reply. In fact, most schools, before they reply that mail, could take several months, and West would never ever continue, or they would pend the process until your school had replied them. So West has gone fully digital. Those are the beauty that COVID-19 has brought, though it's ironical anyway. So you can create your profile, upload your documents online on Where's My Profile, Where's My Account, upload your documents. The school, most schools they have gone electronical. Sorry, they have a list of schools that can send transcripts or mark sheets or translations to West electronically. So the interactions between West and your institution could be done electronically 100%. And this will, reduce the doggedry and the time wasting involves in going back to your school to beg for acknowledgement of transcripts, or to reply words, and everything has become super fast. Thank you. And as you watch this video, I know you would find it so interesting and enjoyable. Don't forget to hit the subscription button. Thank you.